It's the Double RT. The Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr. A. We talking middleweights, breakdown and prediction 102 here. On the eve of the Triple G Van Morrison fight. Like I said, we're talking middleweights. We're doing Tommy Langford. We're doing David Papot. We're doing Gary O'Sullivan. We're doing Ronnie Madtag. You know, we're doing lots of middleweights coming up for the next couple of days. You know, really, because to really start showing middleweight movement. I'm gonna start doing that as a thing here on the Double RT Boxing Show. I'm gonna try my best to really, because I always cover a lot of fighters here. You know, if I don't know them tremendously well, I learn them with you. You know, the Double RT Boxing Show is not a year old, so I'll be throwing those punches with you, being entertained with you. I love boxing, just like you love boxing, and I love hearing more boxing talk, not just the same old three fighters. It's like you do on a lot of these channels, and I hate it because they're the channels I watch too, like you. Don't want to shit on no channels, but we need to talk more boxing. Now, this breakdown and prediction, volume 102, is on David Papot. You know, don't know him too much. Yeah, I figured you wouldn't. He's going against, like I said, he's fighting tomorrow on the 4th. On the 4th is a nice, like I said, if you're into Triple G, the WBA champion, you might want to check out these guys, because I said, I'm doing a video on number 6, number 5, and number 7 of the WBA. They all fight tomorrow on the 4th, or today on the 4th, as I'm making these videos. It's about 12:30. It is 12:30 a.m. on the 4th. So in the next couple hours, these guys will be fighting, considering they're overseas. Now, David Papot is fighting Fouad El Massoudi. And that guy, Massoudi, is 14-10, 1 KO, and he's been KO'd once. 146 rounds of experience at the age of 30. David Papot is 21-0 with 3 KOs. So none of these guys are bricklayers. You know, they ain't laying down no houses. They ain't building no cement walls. You know, they ain't huffing and puffing and blowing no house down unless it's a straw house. You know. Now, how can I? David Poppy, decent jab. Okay forward fighter. Back foot fighter. His offense drops pretty drastically. Now, Fouad El Massoudi, whatever technique you're thinking about, throw it out the window. This motherfucker, he's fun to watch. But mix in a little bit of Wilder clubs, mixing a little bit of Prince Nassim, mixing a little bit of Josh Kelly, and throw a little bit of Laura's ring movement, and you have Fouad El Massoudi. This guy's all over the place. Great. Like I said, his ring generalship is probably one of the better middleweights out there. The dude could use the ring, and it's not using the ring where he's scared to fight. It's using the ring, setting up his opponents, making them reset their feet, and then when they reset it, bow, he'll sneak a punch in. And like I said, sometimes there are Wilder clubs, hands are down, and he'll throw one up like Josh Kelly. Ryan Burnett, he'll just throw one up. He switches southpaw, orthodox back and forth. You know, his guard's horrible. He hit right through it. Like I said, any technique you want to teach a boxer, don't let him watch a Massoudi video. Don't let him. Maybe that's why his record is 14-10. But hey, it works for him. Whereas David Papot, like I said, his inside game is his best attribute. The dude has nice body work. uppercuts, good inside jabs. His, like I said, 21-1. I mean 21-0 with 3 knockouts. So the power's not there. His jab is pretty. He doesn't double it up or nothing. He just. I seen the fights. They're like standing in front of each other, switching this. His defense is pretty good. He's not his head no head movement, but he's like he does pretty good movement. Now I'm interested to see because he follows around. I'm interested to see. So for a guy who doesn't throw a tremendous amount of jabs, he's gonna have to jab himself to Fouad. Because Fouad's not gonna stand there too long to be hit. Now, if he could somehow get Fouad against the ropes, he could probably work his body and stop him. But the leg and ring generalship, I'm going to lean with Massoudi on that one. The defensively, I'm gonna lean with Massoudi on that one as well. Because the dude can move. He can move. Even though he got some fucked up gaps in his guard, he's loose with like I said, he doesn't give you just a standing still target like David does. He moves. He's like I say, switches from orthodox southpaw. He'll take off one way, different angles with the waist. He's elusive. Where he flaws out is offense. The fact that he's wild with his punches, you could just punch right between just about anything he throws. If you're a good timer like Danny Garcia, who else? Well, basically, if you're just a good timer, I always just throw Danny Garcia out there because the dude has hellified timing. I think David should win this fight. I'm gonna pick David to. Like I said, he doesn't have the power. Like I said, and Massoudi lost out of 24 fights. He lost 10 of them, but he's only been KO'd once. So the dude is hard to track down and hit. So I'm going to go with David on a unanimous decision. I think he has faster hands. He throws cleaner combinations. He's going to be able to pick shots in between Massoudi. I just don't think he's going to be able to catch him enough. Literally catch him with his feet and catch him with a lot of clean punches. Because Massoudi has a pretty decent chin on him too. He takes hits. Like I said, because he gets hit between a lot of his wild ass combinations. Like I said, he hits a lot like Wilder sometimes. Like he throws something at you and just like boxers be looking like that. Dude, that wasn't a punch, bro. You hit me with your wrist. So you can hit between them, but like I said, I don't think David is, like I said, David is not used to moving and cutting the ring off on people, and he's not used to throwing a jab and a double jab to get where he needs to get. So I think it's going to be a little frustrating for him, but I'm going to pick David on just because of that cleaner punching, tighter, crisper combinations. And I pick him. He has a way better inside fight game. I'm picking him on a unanimous decision. And like I said, he's coming up for, he was a 154 pounder, but he's ranked number 5 by the WBA. So he's doing something right. He's a good boxer, technique wise. So I'm picking David Papot to defeat Fouad El Massoudi by unanimous decision. Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr.A, the host of your boxing show, the Ready Talk Boxing. That's what we do here. We cover fighters, like I said, not only championship fights. We cover the fighters who's trying to get towards that championship bout. So we cover the rankings. Like I said, a lot of these fighters, people are even going to watch these segments. I don't know, but when they do, these guys get their shots. They're not going to be bums to the audience that watch this show. You're going to know who they are. Thank you for your support.